Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
Hello and welcome to this brand new Let's Play of Eternal Darkness. For those of you who don't know what Eternal Darkness is, it's a survival horror game released by Nintendo and Silicon Knights back in 2002. It's a very different style of horror game, however. It's a sort of Lovecraftian style horror. While not Lovecraft work per se, it's very heavily based upon them. So we're talking cosmic gods, sanity loss, crazy things happening, suicides, death, you know, things no one can understand or comprehend, and a big span of history, that kind of thing. It's a really, really creepy and extremely exciting game. I'm thoroughly looking forward to showing you. For those who are wondering kind of what Lovecraft work is, if you don't know, I've included the picture, which has been taken from a Lovecraft anthology. It shows a eldritch location where a normal room has been transformed into something else, and the characters cannot comprehend what indeed is going on. It's that kind of thing. It's really spooky and kind of out of this world sort of experience. Right, one thing to note before we get started, this is the emulated version of Eternal Darkness, using Dolphin. Unfortunately that means there may be some slight sound hiccups or visual hiccups. I've done my best to eliminate what I can, but hey, you know, you gotta see what you can get. I can't unfortunately record the GameCube directly because of my sound. I can only do HD through my monitor. But however, this is my copy of the game, and thus it's a PAL version, so it runs slightly slower, so apologies. And with that out of the way, let's get cracking. Ooh, memory cost slot A, sounds exciting.
Flesh, bone, bound together with the oddest magical incantation.
Sounds legit.
This wretched book is where it all began so long ago. Before time, before humanity.
Oh god, not Twilight.
I am Dr. Edward Roivas.
I'm sorry.
I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead.
Which you think would be a hazard.
This is not my story, nor even the story of the Roivas family. It is the story of humanity.
Awesome.
Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality, but simply color it. Humanity has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia.
It's a long time.
Ignorant of so much, and dependent on so few. The Guardians grow restless. Their time, once again, near.
So they'd be kind of pissed if someone came along
Whether
and screwed
by
up.
fate or misfortune, my family has crossed their path, and they didn't take kindly to it.
That's the kind of
Their
visual hit.
attention turns to my granddaughter, for she is the last of my line, and the last hope for humanity.
Oh hey Commander Shepard, how's it going? Yeah, I do apologize about the green. That was not in the original, I might add. This is Alex. Say hello to Alex, everyone. By the way, because it's emulated, it looks a hell of a lot better than it did on the Cube, so, again, it's not very faithful, apologies about that. But you know. So, this is how I spend every morning when I wake up. Surrounded by zombie monsters, get a shotgun. You know, me and Mr. Shoddy, we sleep together, you know how it is. And then I travel off to work after a bit of, you know, zombie murder. It's very efficient. That doesn't seem very good. I don't... No! I guess I'll go for a hug. Now, or not.
Remember me, Alex?
Cheese-induced nightmares. They happen. Don't eat baby bells before you go to bed. True story.
Hello?
Miss Alexandra Roivas?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Inspector LeGrasse of the Rhode Island Police. I'm sorry to disturb you, but there's been an accident with your grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
She doesn't even get changed. That's really efficient. Just saying. Hey, I came. I'm still in my pajamas. How's it going?
Ah, Miss Roivas. I'm pleased to meet you. I trust you had a pleasant trip?
Yes, I suppose so, considering.
Yes, my condolences. This is most unpleasant. It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course. This way.
Whoa.
But I must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight.
Well, I mean, death usually isn't a pleasant sight.
I'm afraid there's not much to see.
That always puzzled me, that line. There's quite a lot to see, I might add. I mean, see, that's a fair amount. We got a hand, a ring, carpet. It's a very nice carpet. I'm very
Miss
impressed.
Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
And does he want that carpet still?
Yes, it's him.
I'll take it off him if he doesn't want it.
He's wearing our family ring.
But he can still write a book or narrate, which is handy.
I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong with you?
That's how he gets his kicks.
I'm sorry.
It's my fetish.
It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. None of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force. We have no evidence except for the body, and what's left doesn't say much. We don't have a single clue.
You have one. You had a very nice carpet.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
And me. We could have solved this game already. That would have been amazing. I guess he didn't get many answers. Shocked at her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated at the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to the past and possibly a tie to the murderer, it would be here. So, that's how we get cracking. Now, Alex controls kind of like you'd imagine a 3D game with control. You can walk around in 3D, ooh, more or less, anyway. And you hold down the left trigger and you can run. Whee! Now, there you go. Game explains this. Equip, pretty obvious. Check, again pretty obvious. Pushing L and R allows you to switch between the interface. Cool. As you can see, we have a map, which is very high def and very pretty. Look at that. Ooh, isn't that shiny? We have the cutscenes, because this game is awesome. You can rewatch anything you want. And you can change bits and bobs. Usual stuff. Second floor key. So, makes sense. We would go and check the second floor. Now, it doesn't automatically... This door is locked. See, as it doesn't automatically make you open stuff, so we have to go start. Use. Dunk. Oh, what are the chances the key broke? This is a common thing. We have to find a way of fixing the key. There's lots of different, like, sort of... I don't know, what's the word? Lines, little... I wouldn't say sound bites, but certainly flavour text for all the things. Feel free to stop the video if you want to read any. Most of them are it's just flavour text, you know. Background settings, that kind of thing. Detail. A beautiful carriage clock. Ooh. They're stuck. And they're set to 3:33, which, funny enough, is exactly the same time that Alex got woken up by the police officer. Should Alex have a look? Yeah, I don't see why not. Alex picks it up. And dresser key! Hooray! Isn't that handy? We can pretty much explore if we want to here. Check out windows. Sunlight. Again, please feel free to stop if you do fancy reading. I will stop if there's anything important, though. Ah! That's where grandfather got murdered. Oh, look at that carpet! It really is quite something special. The Roivas family tree. It has a hanged person on it. Probably nothing sinister at all about that. I'm sure it's perfectly normal. And look, he goes and dies and he doesn't even splodge the carpet. That's really quite efficient of him. I'm very impressed. It doesn't seem to be anything around here we can use yet. The game does a nice job of just letting us look at stuff, which I like. Again, if you really want to, you can check stuff out. There's a clock. The looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner. Luckily, it is a puzzle. Now, what time, people, do you think we should put this through? If you can guess it before I do it, you get a coconut. Okay. Go on. Have a guess. Ugh. That was it. That was our first puzzle. Not particularly a puzzle per se, but again, normally you just look, you can see I move a hand, you then go check out the clock. Obviously, having played this before, I obviously know some of the puzzles. It's been a long time since I have played it, but, you know, Anyway, before we continue, I'm going to quickly show you around the place. It's very nice. This is the observatory. Very nice place. Very pretty. You can move things, do things. Again, not anything particularly relevant as of yet, but still nice to look at anyway. Check the other side of the house. Since we can't go upstairs yet, we can check the back door. The door is locked. Well, that settles that one then. We can have a look at the other side. Oh, look at that floor! Look at that with the whole tiles and everything. God, I wish I had a floor like that. I mean, if you got blood on that thing, you could just, like, get a mop and go... and you'd be all clean. It'd be lovely. Having a quick look around. Again, not a lot to see here. There is a fridge, however, which looks very nice. And a low-res fire. And lens flare. Nothing takes you out of a game, like saying, there's a camera behind you. Whatever. Games in 2000 had a bit of a fetish about that. Ooh, a slot with a weird purple rune. A wooden plaque is fastened by the door, taking the place of the lock. A coloured sigil is carved into the wood above a wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. Honk honk. Puzzle. Can you guess what you have to do? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Work it out. And exactly the same room, for anyone wondering. Not that I forgot that's where it'd lead. Her. And the final area, we have a piano. Looks very nice. Grand piano. Guessing that her grandfather could play. That's good stuff. We can look out the windows. Again, not really anything to see as of yet. And above the fireplace, we've got some sort of colour circle. Now, as you can see, red arrows to green, green arrows to blue, blue arrows to red, and there's a purple one in the middle. What it means? Better find out then. Ooh, that looked nice. Anyway, we should stop mucking around and go and investigate the secret room that opened up. Because all good mansions have secret rooms. It's like a law. It's like finding goodies in the toilet. Or having found Bob making a mess. You know, it's just a thing that happens. Most characters, by the way, can run for certain lengths of time before they get tuckered out. Alex can run for ages because she's a healthy young lady. Good job, Alex.